Care More is a non-profit organization focused on providing goods and services to families and individuals in our underfunded communities in Central Ohio. We have created an online presence to reach members of our Central Ohio communities, as well as local events and meetings to give away supplies and donations throughout the city all year long. Visit our website to learn more and to send a donation.
Every day, billions of searches are conducted online, therefore it is critical that your company stands out to the small percentage of clients who are essential to your business. Our team of local digital marketing consultants and SEO experts is eager to help your company achieve its goals through a consultative approach, top Google rankings, and collaboration with industry experts. Here at Adept Marketing Solutions, we stand for integrity, dedication, ingenuity, and results. We know how to navigate the ever-changing digital landscape and what brands must do to succeed. Visit our website to see what we can do to help you reach your goals.
Don't let your history start at slavery. Join with Moorish Science Temple, a lawfully chartered Islamic organization, and proclaim your nationality while helping us uplift fallen humanity. Founded by American prophet Noble Drew Ali and consistently promoted plans for the betterment of humankind. We are located in Columbus, Ohio. Visit our website www.moorishamericans.com and follow us on social media. We hold live meetings on Zoom every Friday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give us a call at 614-407-4394 if you would like to join or send donations to help us uplift fallen humanity.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank our business owners that are on the line today. I want to make sure everybody's still on here. Okay. All right, I'm glad I didn't lose anyone yet. Hopefully won't have anybody drop off or have any difficulties during this live. So this is just a basic conversation for business owners. I'm going to go around the room and get everyone to kind of introduce themselves, introduce your business, how long you've been up and running, and your locations.
Can we just go now? Does that mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, whoever wants to go.
I guess I'll go first. Hi, I'm Gogo, and I am in Chicago. My business name is Gogo's Corner, and I have been up and running since 2000, but I would say probably more within the last year or two since COVID, actually. Since COVID is when I started to get a little bit more into my business. I'm also a licensed massage therapist, so I was doing that most of the time. But now my business is I'm making jewelry. I'm a priestess as well, which is my title, Gogo. Gogo Noche Coche. My name is really long, but I'm not going to do all of that right now. But yeah, I'm a priestess as well, and I'm a Sangoma, and I graduated from that in South Africa in 2013. So when I got into being a priestess, I started working with beads because my ancestors love beads, and we did a lot of bead work. So then I started making jewelry when I came back from South Africa and when I graduated. And so that's kind of how I got my business started. And I make these. I make goddess bracelets and waist beads and barefoot sandals. And so I've been doing this, I'm focusing more on this now. Like I said, I'm in Chicago, and my business is gogoscorner.com, and that is all my handles: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all of that. So yeah, this is what I'm mostly doing right now, that and my mobile massage. So that's me.
Beautiful. As a fellow massage therapist, licensed massage therapist, I love to hear it. I love to hear about it. naturally, I think we're healers, and we come here to, you know, to heal not only ourselves, because we always have to understand that healing starts within our own temple. And once we get to that place where we feel good about who we are and we know who we are, the science of know thyself, once we master that, then we can go into the world and heal others. So I love it, absolutely love it. Thank you
Yes.
for joining us this evening, sister. um
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Next, we're gonna hear from Miss Simone. We can't hear you, sis. I think she might be having some technical difficulties. We're gonna give her a few minutes to get her mic up. Can you hear us still, Simone? Well, she probably can't hear us either. All right, we're gonna give her a few more minutes. Sis Ree, how are you today,
I'm good.
darling?
How are you?
Fantastic. I can't wait to hear about your businesses.
Okay, so Handy Ree is a carpentry business. I am a certified carpenter. It came about during COVID. Um, I needed to get essential in a non-essential area. So I took a trade, and it's kind of been history from there. I've been into the trade the last 2 years. I've been into the trade the last 3 years. The business has been built the last 2 years. July the 27th will be my anniversary for Handy Ree of 2 years. So um, I've been around that long, still growing. Stony Ree is holistic pain relief. Um, I had I have suffered histories of migraines and also severe menstrual cramps and things of that nature. So I got to playing with THC, CBD, and essential oils and created some holistic pain relief. So that's what Stony Ree is. I have some products beside me. I'll show you and I'll let you know what they are. Okay. Can you guys see? So this is going to be my pain rub, which is called Re-Rub. It's also offered in a to-go tube. I have an erotic massage oil. I have a soap bar, which is called a relax bar. It's also pain relief as well. I've created a excuse me, a stony stick, which is for headaches as well. This is just a cup that just for branding, and I've also created a tea bag. So those are some of my products in which I have for Stony Reed.
Amazing, sis. You are so creative, and I
Thank you.
love I love that you are a certified carpenter. Like,
Thank you.
we don't see it all the time, we don't hear about it all the time, but it is so necessary and so needed. And like, it kind of stomps out, you know, the the stigma is saying, this is a man's game.
Right.
Only men can fix things, and it's like, no. So
Yeah,
yes.
that's a lie.
So I absolutely love that, and I just want to say thank you for coming on and sharing this information.
You're
Um,
welcome.
I I don't see Simone on here anymore. Hopefully, she'll get back in. Give me 1 second. See if we can. Well, hopefully she'll be able to chime back in and just jump right in and introduce her business. But while I have you ladies on the line, um, just want to say thank you again for sharing that information. So we have Columbus and we have Chicago. So we do know rules and laws are different from state to state, especially when you're dealing with businesses. Um, so did you have any help setting up your business, or did you set up your business on your own? How was that process for you? Was it difficult? Um, you know, here in the state of Ohio, it's a pretty simple process. I mean, it is time consuming. We have to go on, and onto the Secretary of State website, we have to set up our business, the LLC, and then get our EIN. And then with that, we go into getting our business bank account, and from there, it's up to us to set up, the ways to get paid, right? And so, I want to know, how was that process for you guys? Was it difficult? Did you need help? Was you able to do it yourself? In your location. I will start. Kind of with what I did. I've been licensed massage therapist since 2014, and I was always working in a spa the whole time, and the spa was I loved the spa setting, but it was so expensive that I noticed it was only a certain kind of people coming in for massage and body work. And a lot of those people didn't look like me, didn't come from where I come from. And I'm like, massage should be for everyone. And that was the seed that was in my head, you know, during my learning years of massage and learning the game. So I said, I'm going to start mobile. First, I started mobile, going to people on the side as I, kind of learned how to set up my business. And so once I did that, I rented out a location, and then I started doing it from there. But then it was just like a sole proprietor. I wasn't a entity away from myself like I am today, right? And so it took a process. It took some time to even understand, the different steps of business and the different kind of business setups, you know. So then I started looking, and it took COVID to sit me down to be like, you don't got nowhere to go. So now it's time to really dig into the meat and potatoes of this and see the business structures that are available and to choose the best one for my business type. And a lot of people don't really understand those processes, because with those processes also comes the tax type, the kind of tax that you're going to have to pay, depending, or the tax setup depending on how your business is set up, right? So for like a corporation, it's supposed to be huge. It's supposed to be bringing in like 50,000 plus, you know
Mhm.
and it's like, I'm way too small for that. So then I'm looking into the S corp, right? And I was like, "Ooh, with this, I can actually involve my whole family." And so I have 5 children, and I said, "Okay, if I set it up this way, I can hire myself, hire my children, pay them a salary, right? Give them job descriptions, pay them salary, and I no longer have liability expense when it comes to taking care of my children, because now they're getting paid through the business, right? And
Mhm.
with their money, they can take care of everything that they need, like clothes, food, school stuff. They can do all these things with their paycheck instead of mom and dad just giving them money and it disappears into the system. But now, if the business is paying these children and myself, it's a whole different ball game, because the business, that's an employee, tax write off. That's that it goes into a whole nother set. And
Mhm.
it's like, if I knew this, if my mom and my dad knew this, we wouldn't have started at the bottom, right? So now, by us understanding how business can be set up and how it could be beneficial to the whole family, now our children, instead of starting from down here like we had to, they can start from up here. So now they have savings accounts when I didn't have a savings account as a kid, you know. We didn't have no
Right.
extra. We was poor, right? So they're starting off. So when they graduate high school, they'll have enough money to buy a car outright so that they can get to work and to college if they choose to go. And they also have enough money to pay for those college classes without taking out a loan and being in a huge debt like we had to do. So I think, learning about business entities and setting them up, according to our business, in what we provide, our businesses, we can actually like generate, you know, we can make that generational wealth that we see everyone else talking about, all these different communities, how they got this on lock, how they have their own towns, and they're not even from here, you know, and this is how they do it, and they start like this, and then they take it to a whole nother level because it's not only one household, it's every household, you know, and then every household is setting up different businesses. And so our children are working for these different businesses, based on their strengths and what they like to do. And so it becomes a, a group thing, the group economics, a real community structure where there's multiple businesses and services going on and everyone is participating in there. So the money is not leaving the community, and so if we understand how other people are doing it, then we can actually implement those things and start doing it for ourselves. And then we'll no longer be at the bottom, right? We'll no longer be the mindless consumers like people think we are.
Right.
We have one of the wealthiest nations on this planet, just based on how much money that we make and spend a year. And it's unofficial, it's unofficial because as soon as the money comes into our hands, it leaves our community, is going to other people's communities. So that's why I said we need to have these conversations. We need to talk. We need to yell these things out loud. And, hopefully people who are interested, they'll catch on to it and start to add on to these conversations and start to move in these directions to build generational wealth and to participate in group economics.
Hmm. Sis, let me just tell you,
Yes.
had I only known a few years ago, I would have been over there taking notes from you because all of this is all really new to me. This whole starting a business and getting a license and all of that you're saying, I'm just like, oh, I'm over here taking notes in my head. Like, wait, what? Like, like a lot of that is like new information, but it's like I need to hear that because it's very different for me. Like I'm the only one here in my house. My kids, my youngest just graduated high school, but I have older sons, and I am struggling myself to understand all of the dynamics that come along with this having a business. I've been licensed as a massage therapist since 2015, and I started at a chiropractor's office. I started there and then working in spas. And I am just now transitioning out of the spa dynamic and going into my own mobile business. But that's very different. And so for me, it was like, I feel like I need to go to people who can't get to the spa. People can't get out for a massage. So those are the people that I want to focus on. And when COVID came, it was all about self-care. Like I really took that to heart. Like self-care is such a big thing. And that's what I started advocating to for my clients. So I started even with my jewelry, with the things that I'm doing now. even all of this is about self-care, because I feel like if we're not taking care of ourselves, nobody else is going to do that. So starting a business was like the easiest way, not easy, but it was like the most beneficial way for me to break out of the whole I need to be working for somebody else, you know. So it's like if I can work for them, I can do this for me, you know. And I've had people in my life like who have been saying, okay, well, you can do this and you need to go ahead and do that. So that's what made me decide to like, and plus I have a problem with authority. So when people start telling me what they need me to do, I have a problem with that. So I would rather work for myself. So that's what made me really feel like, okay, I need to go ahead and branch out and make this for myself so that I can teach my boys, because no one, I'm just learning this, you know, and so now I can pass this information on as I learn it so that they can get businesses. Like I'm encouraging them to think about starting their own businesses and what is it that you want to do and things like that, because these aren't the conversations that I had growing up. My family didn't have these conversations growing up. It was all about what job are you going to get? Who are you going to work for? What are you going to do for somebody else, basically? And not that it was said in a mean way, but that's all they knew. Like I'm one of 11. So like that's all they knew. It was survival from the beginning to the end. It's been survival. So now I am in a space where I am looking to go out and be my own boss because it's more beneficial for me. And I feel like once I know the information and I can pass it on to my boys, it'll be beneficial for them as well. So also being in Chicago, like I did get help with some of my things, like just the EIN. Once I did that, I was with a corporation, not a corporation, but a company, Elite Global MGA, and they helped me to get my start because I didn't know anything. I was like, I know I'm supposed to do these things, but how am I supposed to do that? You know, so they helped me to get my EIN, and then I had to get a registered agent. I had to get the DUNS and like all of those, and then from there, I was able to go to the bank and set up my own business account and things like that. And it's been open probably since 2021 or two, something like that. And so, but I feel like it's been really good. Like I'm getting ready right now to do a vending event and go sell some of this jewelry tomorrow, because I left my other job at the spa and now I'm just like part-time at another spa. But I feel like this whole me being independent was really important for me. It was really important. So,
I think a lot of us agree with that independency and making our own hours and making as
mhm,
much money as we want to. There's no
yeah.
cap. There's no you work on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, and that like
Yeah.
no, I work every day. I work
Right.
on holidays.
Right.
I,
Right.
when everybody else is
Right.
off, I'm like, ooh, I'm about to open up because everybody's at
Yeah.
home for these days. So yes,
Yeah.
I totally understand and I agree 100%. And Miss Ree, we love
Um,
to hear from you.
so I have had a number of mentors, honestly. So the Community Action Agency that's here in Columbus, they offer a number of things, and it's been like such a blessing to me in a number of ways, honestly. But they have a program called Side Hustle, and Side Hustle basically walks you through, like getting your LLC, opening your bank account, putting together business plans, and things of that nature. So I I went through the program to birth Handy Ree and basically copied Stony Ree from the information. So um, yes, that entity there has been very helpful. Outside of that, I scheduled, or excuse me, I registered with the Black Business Minority Group. That's been very, very beneficial for Handy Ree. I've been able to get closer to contracts such as having a contract with Columbus City Schools and different things of that nature. They help you do a number of things there. Um, who else? I did a construction academy not too long ago. They were very helpful. It's OBD Construction Academy. They were very, very helpful. They also help with um, 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 insurance and bondings and different things, different connections, different avenues to help you get to where you need to get to, depending upon the business in which you're looking to birth.
Awesome. You just dropped a lot of jewels, because like these agencies and these entities that
Mhm.
are set up to help individuals, like a lot of people don't know about them. Like I've never heard of those things before, and it's like, oh my god, like I'm
Mhm.
so glad we have you on here, and you mentioned those things, for the listeners, and for anyone who you know will need these type of assistance, and that's why, again, it's so important for us to have these conversations, because the things that we say, like a lot of this information that we found on our own,
Right.
you know, is new to everyone else, and people, like they don't know where to go. I learned everything from YouTube. I kid you not. I learned how to set up my business, how to find my EIN, how to set up my LLC. Everything from YouTube, and I'm gonna admit, mistakes were made. Like,
And honestly, Drew, I would say honestly, like just branching out to trust yourself, you have to do that though. Like you have to be willing to take that chance to look for yourself,
yes,
or even be willing to open your mouth. I know when I first started business, I hated to ask. Like asking was like, ask somebody. Like I don't have help, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like you have to have that humbleness
yes, yes,
to
And a
anchor
lot of that a
time.
lot of that is that whole getting out of your own way. You
Yes,
know,
absolutely.
getting like that mindset has to be on point. And I was always listening to mindset, but then I came in contact with GYTB LLC, like Get Your Time Back. Ty Pips is the founder of Get Your Time Back LLC. And so she was putting me on to other people, like mentors. Like this is my mentor, so she's putting me on to other mentors, and I was already listening to like Les Brown and things like that, but like it took it to a whole nother level, because you really do have to pay attention to how you're talking to yourself, what you're thinking. Like if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and you really can't do it, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
all of that plays a really big part of this process. Like you can't just open a business. Like you really have to go through the mindset and the mentorship and the all of that. And it's a lot. Like you kind of, because it's just you. Who else is helping you? Like that, asking for help. Like who am I asking? You know what I mean? Like at the same time, like I lived on YouTube. I have so many notes from YouTube. And at the end, I was just like, this is overwhelming. I need to ask somebody because I am doing too many things and not even sure if it's the right things to do. So I had to get out of my way for that and ask people as well. But I'm glad I did. Like now I'm like, oh, I'll ask anybody anything. Like I am taking notes from all y'all. Like I am loving this, because these are conversations that people really do need to have. Like it's important, that encouragement is important. So
Absolutely.
many times we're just like, you talk to people and they will shoot your dreams down because they don't know any, they don't have their dreams fulfilled, so why are they going to think you can do yours? So it's like that whole, your everything has to change.
Yeah.
Everything has to change, and this is a journey for real. Like this journey will get you there. Like it's serious. It's a
Yeah.
whole transformation.
And
So yeah.
I to piggyback off of what you said, Go, I feel like one of the best things I did for myself was change my mindset. And then even in business, you have to realize that you have to wear different hats. Like that
Mhm.
mom you, that's not that entrepreneur you.
Not at
You get what
all.
I'm saying?
Right.
Like you may be
Yep.
lenient in mom roles, but being lenient in your entrepreneur roles, that can cost you. in some
It
ways.
will
You know,
cost you.
you need to
Yes.
be firm, you need to be assertive. You may not want to do that in your personal life, but I've learned
Mhm.
myself that it has been pertinent to me to be to wear those different hats, to know those different roles, and to broaden my horizons on my mindset of different things,
Mhm.
and also
Mhm.
think about more so um the need in which you're fulfilling. you know like I myself, the businesses in which I created, I feel like maybe some women don't feel like they want a man in their home to fix their stuff. Okay, so creating a need for a woman to deal with the woman, and she don't have to feel, I don't know, unsafe, or however that may be. And
Right.
that's just the way I look at things. For Stony Reed, I looked at that as creating all alternative holistic pain relief. Like there's different pain issues and things we can absorb using pharmaceutical drugs. So
Right.
just for myself, like I had to think of alternatives in my
Right.
businesses for them to grow.
I totally understand that. But that's the whole thing, creating and fulfilling that need. And
Mhm.
it's like a lot of people will be like, well, why are you doing this? So many other people do this. And I'm just like, yeah, but are they really doing it? Like everybody can make like these. I started making these for my hand, but I started making them for my feet first. You know what I mean? Because I looked at my feet and I was like, oh, I wonder. And the idea came into my mind. And I made my first pair of barefoot sandals. And my sisters were like, where's mine? And then other people were like, I want, and so I'm just like, oh, and so then I branched off into waist beads and goddess bracelets. And it's like other people are doing this, yes, but nobody's is going to be the same as yours.
Mhm.
Nobody's energy is the same as yours. Nobody's like, it's just not the same. And the market is going to be there if you work the market, just because
Absolutely.
somebody else is doing it. How many different types of loaves of bread are there in the store?
I
You
say
know
that
what I
all the
mean?
time.
Like,
Yes.
there are so many hundreds of
Pick what
brands
you
of
want.
everything. Yes. So it's like people will go and get the ones they want, and they all at some point sell out.
Yeah.
So they all have to be replaced. So do what you're doing because you want to do it, and people will come. Like, you can't compare yourself to what somebody else might have. It just doesn't work like that. So yeah, that it's really been a journey. I love it though. I'm having fun over here, y'all. Like
I
And,
don't know
and
if I want to say I'm having fun, but I'm
it's
learning.
fun.
It's
It's
rewarding.
scary,
I will say
Summer.
it's rewarding. It's
It
rewarding.
is.
I've had 23 has been like my most battling year for
Yes,
just
I agree.
different reasons. But but
I
I'm still
agree.
in the fight. I'm thankful
I
to still be
agree.
in
and I think a lot of divine wisdom came from both of you sisters uh just now, because it is, we do have to program ourselves for
the fight.
success,
Yeah.
because this
Mhm.
world is always bombarding us with confusion, chaos, worries, problems, and a lot of us are sensitive to all these feelings and emotions, and it becomes overwhelming. And so, like the positive affirmations, and the meditation, and just being consistent, with with ourselves. First of all, like I said, we have to know who we are. We have to know what sets us off, what makes us happy, what makes us upset, so that we could kind of, dodge those things as we, continue on our path. And we have to be consistent in, moving forward in following our dreams and accomplishing our goals, because a lot of
Mhm.
us, we quit before the goals are met.
Mhm.
We find something else to get into. We're like, oh, I did that. I ain't gonna stick with it. But when we do stick with it, the reward is so abundant. The reward is so, huge. It's like, I'm glad I stuck with it. It took
Right.
years, and we have to understand these things don't happen overnight, because
Right.
nobody showed us and nobody told us.
Right.
Nobody showed us and nobody told us. So we have to start from scratch with a lot of these things. And sometimes a lot of us don't have have anyone to ask, because everyone who's in our circle have never done these things, and they're looking at us like we're crazy. Like, why don't you just go work,
get a job?
Yeah. And it's like, why? So I could be like you asking, can I hold something till the weekend? Like, so
right.
we have to,
Follow
like,
that.
we have to stand our ground. We have
Yeah.
to stay consistent, and we definitely have to fill our cups with positivity and, just things that keep us going.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do anything. Because the weeks that before that, I was moving like a crackhead. I was doing this. Like, I'm doing
Mhm.
events. I'm doing parties. Like, I can't tell people no who's in pain, so I'm booking people when I'm not even supposed to be working. Like, and
Yeah.
we like we have to find that balance and be like, okay, these are the days I work. These are the hours I work. You
Yeah.
know, this is how I'm gonna do things, because it is great to work for yourself, but then you don't have that thing over you saying, "Okay, we close at 5, bro."
Right.
Right.
Right. No, we're up until 1 a.m. easy, like,
Right.
and then getting up
Yes.
at 6 o'clock. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We close at 5. We started at 9, like 9 to 5. Like, those are your hours. Okay,
yeah.
stop with all the extraness. Like,
I don't even know what that means sometimes.
Me either, because like
What?
one of my best brainstorming times is like in the middle of the night. I just feel like everything is still, so it just works for me.
That's them 3 a.m. hours. That's the
Man.
creative hours,
Mhm.
though.
And I'm
Those are the
telling you,
creative
my
hours.
body will be like, yeah, it's time.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, we just
That's
gotta
yeah, I
remember, we're
understand.
not robots. We're not the AI. We have to get rest. We need nourishment.
Absolutely.
We need that balance. And also, like, you know, the people around us too. A lot of us are moms. We have children that we have to be there for and to take care of. And then, we're especially as moms and business owners, we're giving. More than half of our day is about giving.
Mhm.
You know, where we're trying to fill the orders, we're trying to, schedule the appointments, provide the services, plus run, the household, the children.
Right.
And so we have to understand, like, we can't pour from empty glasses.
That's
You
Absolutely
true.
know,
not.
we need to pour into ourselves and, do the exercise, eat right, hydrate. We have to remember to do those things for ourselves, because when we don't feel good, we can't do nothing for nobody else. It's gonna be nasty. We're gonna do it with attitude. you know
It's true.
we're
Such facts.
yeah, like, so we have to we have to be mindful and to, try to put those right people in our circles. Like,
Mhm.
especially people who understand what we're doing, because they're doing it too.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
it's easy to be, with friends and family who we grew up with, but they not moving like we moving. They not doing what we're
No.
doing. So it's like it's a gap. We can only talk about or do so much with these people, because, like you said, they go, why you doing that? You know, why don't you just get a regular
Yep.
job? Because, like, I like to take random vacations throughout the year. Like, that's why. I like to just
Right.
say, hey, I'm gonna take off every other Monday if I want. So, the benefits and the time that we have to create our own schedules and, call our own shots. That's
Right.
amazing. And a lot of
I
a lot
agree.
of the generations before us, they don't understand those things. They don't even know why we want those things, because they
Right.
never they never had a desire to do these things, you know? They never had a desire to not be in the house, cooking and cleaning and, being the at-home mom. I love that aspect when the children are younger, but it's harder to be a mom than it is to go out and work a job. Like, being in the
It
house with kids
is.
all day. Ooh,
Yeah.
that drove me literally crazy.
Gosh. I was a stay-at-home mom, so I totally understand.
Yes,
I just started working part-time in 2015, but I was home. My babies were they you know what I mean? For 15, 16 years I didn't work. I was just at home with them, and I had
yes,
special needs children as well. But they're all big now. They're great. Their jobs and all of that. Life is lifing for them. But it was hard. It was hard. So, and man, if we were getting cut a check for being that, I would have had enough
right,
money to start my business a while ago
right.
Mhm.
because it's not easy, and a lot of people will be like, "Oh, well, you got to stay home. You must have it so made." And I was like, I was blessed to be able to do that, but it was not easy. And I would tell anybody, it was not easy. Like there's
Yes,
sacrifices for that, just like there is for anything else. So I totally
Right.
understand that.
Right. I only have one child because of those sacrifices. Believe me.
yes, yes.
My one child is grown, and I'm just now thinking about wanting some more kids because
Oh dear, no.
that sacrifice is over.
And but the beautiful part about it, after you get over, the the having smaller children when they get older, it's like what I'm learning in business, I'm teaching them.
Yeah.
So um when I wake up, the whole house wakes up and it's like we're gonna get rolling with these businesses.
Mm.
They're good with animals. So we created a business for them for dog training and dog sitting.
Oh, I
You know,
love
so
that.
and just showing them like you can you can go to school, get your education, you can go to college if that's what you want to do. You can get a job, in whatever field that you choose, but you can
Hmm.
also always, no matter what, make extra money on the side. So no matter what, you're straight.
Yep.
Because like with the whole COVID thing, it was devastated to our economy. And no one is talking about all the homeless people that COVID produced,
Right.
all
Right.
the issues that COVID produced
Right.
because everyone was getting extra checks. Everybody didn't get those checks. We have to understand,
Everybody
like,
didn't.
right, everybody didn't get extra money. Some people got kicked out of their places because they couldn't afford, to pay rent or mortgage or whatever. And it's like
Yeah.
right now, we like to travel, we like road trips, so we drive around a lot. And all the places we drove, a lot of these places we've been there
Mm.
before, but now there's like tent cities in these areas that wasn't there before COVID.
Mhm.
Whole
Right.
tent cities. And it's like nobody's talking about these things. Nobody's addressing these issues. And what's to stop this from happening again? You know?
Right.
So this is why I say, you know, find something that you like to do on the side. You could make it a full business or you could just do it on the side and make extra money, but always have some extra forms of income coming in, multiple streams of income coming in, no matter what. And
Hmm.
that to me, that's one of the most important economic um, decisions that we could make for ourselves and our family. To not rely on one stream of income.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
I just wish I had learned all of this. I'm coming into it now, but holy crap. Had I known this 15 years ago as a stay-at-home
Yes,
mom, like, but I guess I was consumed though, because that was a lot. But still, like once they started to get older, I had to start thinking about, well, what am I gonna do? Because at some point they're gonna be. And then that's when I started to go back to school and fell in love with massage and all of that. But before that, like I could have been, man, do you know? But everything in divine time. I feel like it happened when it needed to, I guess.
Mhm.
But man, these conversations would have been everything, you know. So I'm glad you're having these conversations now, sis, because this is what's up.
well, I'm glad that you both are on here because, like I said, a lot of jewels was dropped in a little bit of time, and I want to do this, at least once a month if time permits. To
Mm.
to get other people involved, to get other entrepreneurs and business owners involved, and we have these open discussions and open conversations. And like I said, because every time we get together and talk, new information is dropped, new information that we can take and we can apply, to what we're already doing. For people who's coming in who's interested in starting a business, they could apply this information, so that they could take off, you know, it's sprinting instead of slow walking, looking around, or feeling around in the dark like we had to do. And
Right.
so I love it, and I love you, ladies, and thank you so
Well, I
much for
love you
coming
too.
on.
You're welcome.
Um,
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. I
yes,
appreciate having me in on here. Stony Ree, I need your information, sis.
Indeed,
yes,
indeed. Okay, you can find me on Facebook through my government,
Okay.
Irisha.
and your
Okay.
links are in the
I'm
bios as well. Is in
Oh,
the
where's that?
description.
oh,
In the descriptions, I put your links. No, go ahead and say it out loud for the people
Oh,
who's
yeah.
listening.
I apologize. Okay. So, well, actually, you can reach me at Handy Re on Facebook, HANIDRE, and on Instagram, you can reach me at Stonyre 2021, which is STONIE, capital RE 2021.
Okay, let me see.
And anytime I see anybody online, like, we have to understand Facebook is a whole community, and just social media in general. Anytime I see somebody looking for something that I know one of my sisters do, I'm plugging it in. I'm like, okay, I'm tagging you in this post because
I,
somebody's looking for this and
I
somebody's looking for that
appreciate
in
you.
your area. And I think, like, we definitely should be doing that for each other, because it's like, why not?
Thank you.
Why not?
And I also put my handles in the feed of the live.
It's gratitude.
Okay, well, I'm not
I see you, Gogo. I got you.
okay, because
I
I'm
got you.
okay. Oh, I'm just now noticing all of the other comments on the side. Like, what? There are people.
And you know what's funny? Like I've jumped on both my laptop and my phone, so I see them, but I couldn't go back and forth. So I
Well, a
thought
lot
Drew
of
was
these is
commentating that, so I apologize if I had any
No, you're
questions.
fine.
right. I
Please
wasn't
inbox
trying to
me if
ignore
anyone
people.
had any questions.
Oh, okay. So a lot of these is my peeps. Oh, let me I want to put my so all of my handles are Gogo's Corner. Um, it's GOGO' and corner, but my TikTok, they don't, no apostrophes for TikTok or Instagram. But Gogo's Corner.
Gotcha. We connected. I just accepted you.
Okay, great. All right. This was great.
Appreciate you.
Oh, because
Yes.
yeah, some of these people that are in the comments, a couple of these are business owners too. So next time, and one of these is my mentor. So
All
Okay.
right, all right.
this is great. Okay.
All right, ladies.
So
Thank you
Drew,
so
how
much again. Uh-huh.
I do have a question. How often? So you said you're trying to do it once a month, like you're sticking with like the third week or something, or like how does that work? To
Yeah, I
catch
mean,
the
Fridays around the same time, one Friday out the month. I think this would be a good thing for us to, just get up here and powwow and talk and build with other business owners and entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had like 10 people respond to the post, and you know, it's only us on here, so you know how that go.
right, right.
And so
Um,
I want to get a chance for everybody who was interested. Maybe they couldn't get up for one reason or another, but I want to have the chance to have them on as well, and talk to them, you know, and listen to their stories, and how business is going for them, business, and managing these businesses in real life, because, like, we could we could be online acting like it's all easy peasy, but it's hard work, and we're
Right.
doing, we're
yeah,
grinding. Like,
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And
Absolutely.
sometimes it's just good. It feels good to talk to other people who's going through it, and we're not only going through it, but we're making it out. We're being successful with it, and that's what it's really about. Those
Right.
trials and tribulations and our testimonials. That's what lives on, and help to build the next generation.
Right.
Agreed.
So whenever you schedule the date for your next one, just keep me
Mhm.
posted so I can share it.
Yes, yes, definitely, and hopefully you
Yeah,
can come
same.
back on. Both of you sisters
Oh, I
come
mean, I
back
don't
on.
mind.
Yes, yes.
For sure, I would love to.
I don't mind. I can make out what this was an hour to
Uh-huh.
promote
Yeah.
myself, or to network, an hour to net. Yes,
No, this is
Yes,
great. Yeah,
an hour to network. Definitely
definitely.
can.
I agree.
And, and I know time is money, so we were not taking that time. I think that this was divine wisdom from my standpoint. This was necessary, and sometimes
Indeed.
these things are worth more. These are gems and jewels that's being dropped that's definitely worth our time and worth more than money could.
Agree. No,
Absolutely.
seriously, yeah.
To get
Yeah.
this information and to share, just this energy. This is a new frequency for us, because like
Yes.
a lot of us is coming from, the the hoods, the places where they're like we're not supposed to be up here with everybody else. We're supposed to stay
Mm-mm,
down
not
there.
at all.
We're supposed
Right.
Right.
to be we're supposed to stay oppressed. We're supposed to stay at the bottom. We're not supposed to be talking about getting free. Because this right here, this business talk is it's about getting free. This is financial
Yep.
freedom. And that's what we
Indeed.
need to get free. A lot of the
Agreed.
times it's all about that, but we don't know the science of money. We don't know the science of business. And so that's purposely put upon us strategically, placed upon us for us to be employees for other people, never for us to be, our own bosses, business owners. And so, this talk right here is profound and it's divine because, like I said, we're not supposed to be talking about this.
Mhm.
Minorities, sisters, like, hold on, what? You the system ain't even set up for us to be on this frequency for real.
It's
It's
okay.
def
We just gonna set it up.
Here we
That's
kick
That's
right.
all.
That's right. So I love it, and I love you both. Thank you so much, and we are
Thank
definitely gonna
you.
stay in
Thank you for the
contact
opportunity.
and talk soon.
All right.
Yes, this is amazing. Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
you guys later.
All
All
right.
right. Peace
Later.
and
Enjoy
love.
your weekends.
You
You too.
too.
Thanks.
Thank you.